And here at KBBF Bilingual Radio and your show, Líderes del Futuro, we get guests on a regular basis to come over and visit with us. And today we have Ms. Imelda Vera, who is at Humanidad Therapy and Education Services, and you are the manager of programs over there at Humanidad. First of all, welcome to the show. And second of all, can you tell us a little bit about the services that you provide through the agency?
Yeah, first and foremost, thank you, Rafael, for this opportunity. We are appreciate the space to be able to have a space to announce our groups and classes with Humanidad. One of our most significant groups that we want to initiate our Convivencia season. So what that means is that we are working with a local evaluator. And so our Convivencia season is from September 2022 all the way through July 2023. And so the exciting part of that work that we're going to be doing is that we're going to be having two models. So one of our models is our community convivencias. We want to open the opportunity for youth to have a voice in this project. We believe that mental health services is definitely very important for them to seek a space where they can have a voice to talk about emotional health. And so we're going to be partnering up with local organizations such as Latino service providers, Child Parenting Institute, so that we can create a space um, uh, to really speak about issues or topics that are real vital to their lives. More specifically, because there has been so many changes in this generation with COVID, with maybe fires. And so we want to open a space for them to have the opportunity to talk about what does that mean and what does that look like. And also maybe bring that back to their home and say, this is what I've learned. Or maybe really, talk about how to really strengthen the family. And so with that, we want to also invite our community to be a part of our group convivencias. And so what that model looks like is with our group convivencias, they're a little bit more committed. So the time frame is 8 weeks. Our goal is to create space for three group convivencias beginning in September and then all the way through July of next year. And so we're working with our community. The demographics of the community that we're working with is we are inviting anyone and everyone who would like to participate. But more specifically, we do want to say that we are inviting youth ages around 16 to 24 to be a part of our community convivencias. And then with the group convivencias, these are more for adults. And so again, this is going to be happening from September all the way through July of next year, with definitely breaks kind of around the holiday time. So we will not have convivencias during those time periods. But most importantly, we want to address that mental health is important. We want to stop the stigma of mental health and addressing how the emotional health can affect overall the whole family, not just a certain person in the family or the teens. We also want to provide some of these tools through our therapeutic and clinical department that are the ones who are facilitating our convivencias, um, to be able to create a therapeutic space for youth to be able to address some of these mental health issues.
Definitely. I think that one of the biggest things in our community,
Mhm.
since we started with the fires of 2017, the fires of 2019 and 20, and then COVID in the middle of it, and kids who this year graduated high school were some of the first kids who suffered through all of that and now graduated high school, and now suddenly we threw them into universities and community colleges. Many of them have decided that this year they are not going to attend college. And a lot of this has to do again with this anxiety, depression, isolation that they are going through. And parents need to be aware that letting your kid be in the room for the whole day is not a healthy thing to do. Or giving your child a cell phone at the age of 7 or 8 or 9 because you think that will keep them entertained is not a healthy thing to do, because isolation leads to depression, anxiety, insomnia, and many other factors. We also know that children, especially girls that spend 30 minutes, an hour on Instagram, end up feeling worse about themselves because they have a negative body image as a result of all of the stuff that they're being bombarded with. At Santa Rosa Junior College, as part of my popular culture class, we did a quick survey with students, and the average student that we survey spends between 2 and 3 hours every day on Instagram or what is called one of the other programs or apps that is available. And that creates such a dangerous situation for a lot of this youth. And so the convivencias that you're speaking about are really healthy opportunities for them to put those cell phones down, for them to put those video games away, and have something so unique that is a conversation, speaking about thoughts, speaking about feelings, speaking about emotions that they are going through. And so it's really beautiful that you have the opportunity to provide these programs so that the youth will have a safe space to be able to do this. Now, that brings us to the other question, and that is, how can people sign up to be able to get information about the next Convivencia in our community?
Yeah, definitely. So, in regards to communication and how can our community find us and connect with us, we want to address that we are on Facebook. We have a strong social media presence. They can find us on Facebook, Instagram. We also have our own Humanidad website where the community can log in to our website, and they will find links to sort of like we're working on creating a schedule that'll be available online through our website so that they can see specific dates of when those will occur. I also want to share a very specific phone number that has been created um, just for groups. And so this is vital communication because once our community calls us and leaves a message, this message will not get lost in transition. It will not go through to other extensions or whatnot. And so we want to continue to create a hub of data so that way when we are ready to implement some of our community convivencias and uh, group convivencias, we have a concrete list of interested participants that we can reach out to. So yeah, definitely. So that phone number is 707 525 1515 extension 126.
Again, it's important for community members. You can go and get more information on the website. You can just type Humanidad Therapy and Education Services, and they'll pop up immediately. You can go and check them out on Instagram. They share a lot of flyers about different events that they're hosting. They are also on Facebook, or you can call them at 707 525 1515 extension 126. 707 525 1515 extension 126. And so it's important that these programs exist. Again, we no longer have to live with fear, with anxiety, with depression. We can get the right support. And we want to thank Ms. Imelda Vera, who is the manager of programs at Humanidad Therapy and Education Services. Thank you for taking the time and being with us. And I look forward to having another conversation with you maybe in a month or so, where you can update us as to how these programs are going, and at the same time so that we can have new information that you may have available for the community.
Yeah, thank you. Definitely. I would love to follow up on another radio announcement. And again, At Humanidad, we thank you for this opportunity, and we hope that the information that we have shared is vital. And again, we welcome the community. Please reach out to us. We are open and welcoming to our services. Again, as Rafael had shared the phone number, any questions, thoughts, comments, please give us a call.
Thank you again for taking the time and being with us. And I look forward to our next conversation. Take care.
Thank you so much. Have a good night. Mhm.